Hello everyone, welcome back to the Excellency Esports 2 channel as we are continuing on our coverage of this absolute roller coaster quarterfinals series between Fever and Bucky's Stratosphere. Fever find their groove in game number 3 and pop off on Bucky's, storming to a quick victory, and they're sitting on match point, one game away, Necrox. Only one from potentially moving on to face Death Card's Academy if No Fear Wolves win, I believe. Oh wait, no, if No Fear wins, they face CB Rush. But if Degens win, they face Death Cards.
That math is too much for me. I don't do numbers like that. I just look at players and call them out for the stupid crap they're doing. What I got in my head is I don't want to take anything away from your Mad Q and Evan, who played incredibly that game. But good God, did Stubby, Dictator Scruff, and Evil Zara pop off. Those three carries combined, just so good. The triple stopwatch setup in that game-turning fight was just so huge. Huge props to them. We're straight into draft, though, and something slipped through Mr. McDewey, and it is #1 priority right now, the Ziggs. Range, damage, safety, everything is in for this champ.
The pick of the patch, I think it's getting nerfed a little bit tomorrow, but Macro Beast wants one more ride on one of his favorite champions in the bot lane. It could also make its way to the mid lane. We'll have to see how this draft unfolds as both teams switching up the bans a little bit. Rice Every Meal still losing his fresh. Dictator Scruff not going to be getting his Akali anytime soon, but the Corki also finding its way on the ban list. Fever sticking to what they know, taking away the Nocturne in the Xin Zhao. Tristana and Nautilus going to be rounding out the bot lane for themselves in game 4.
Yep, classic engaged duo for these two, no surprise at all. Seraphine is still available though, so if they did want the mage as well, they could go for this double mage setup. Leona instead, again, I'm pretty sure we've gotten 3 games of Nautilus Leona, or maybe even
it's 4.
Yeah,
I think it's been all 4.
That's fun stuff for bot lane, man. You guys, thumbs up from Mac and I. You guys keep doing your engaged things, and we'll just keep casting it. The biggest question for me is, where does Bucky's go now? Do they hold the Ziggs flex, or do they blind something like the jungle? I would imagine they blind something like the... All right, just kidding. It's a meme. We're going straight for Samira again.
Making it work, but this time around, Necrox, I'm interested to see actually how Macro Beast is going to be able to play with a Leona as support, because the Samira looked so good with the Nautilus passive coming in, CC and everyone with just a single auto attack. Gonna be a little bit more work to take advantage of the Samira passive with the Leona partner. Your Mad Cute Necrox gonna be going back to that Poppy pick. Fever sticking with what they know.
That is even worse than it was in game 1, and I mean this for Bucky's. You have not only now a Leona who needs to go in, Samira literally can't play the game. She's gonna get tackled anytime she's trying to dive in, if she's not just immediately negated by the steadfast presence. So Fever, huge pickup there in the jungle. You're Mad Cute, big props. Honestly, he's been on a back foot this entire series outside of what was... Yeah, I see the Zaya ban. That was a little interesting.
You got me.
But mad props to him. He's been trying his hardest, just playing the back foot. Even the Kindred game didn't work out, so he's just back to this Poppy. Zaya ban is a little interesting, considering there's the Tristana. I imagine it's just going to bot lane. Mordekaiser are taken off the board. That does mean Kennen is still available, and we're a little bit lacking in the AP department. We could just get the Kennen, run it straight back, or go for the LeBlanc into the Ziggs. Spicy pickup here. Like it.
Wow. Really cool for Scruff to try to take over this game once again. Monster performance on the Ziggs. Mage items a little bit better of a place on this patch, Necrox, than they were before. So certainly a potential viable option. And funny enough, I think I was watching League highlights earlier and I saw, oh gosh, Bopquin on his LeBlanc do some absolutely nutty things. So I'm hoping Scruff can do his best Bopquin impression for us on stream here, because I think this is one of the first times we've seen the champion on stream in mid league. So I'm super hyped. It's going to be Kindred locked in for Array.
I'm just hoping Dictator Scruffs gives Bucky's a good old bopping upside the head with this champ. I think it's so cool to watch all the mobility, all the potential to
Yeah.
just assassinate anyone at a moment's notice. Kindred does make that pretty hard. Already talked about how important Lamb's Respite is. Same thing here. You can deny the LeBlanc assassination threat. Okay, Kennen being hovered for Stubby into the Aatrox could be a skill matchup, and yeah, I think we're headed that direction. So Kennen versus the Aatrox top side and into the Kindred. That's pretty interesting that we're going to get the Kennen regardless, because Lamb's Respite, circle ulti on top. The math doesn't add up for Kennen. You just don't do damage past a certain point. So everyone will get stunned, but they just won't die.
Hey, with Stubby making those flanks happen, I'm not sure Bucky's are gonna be really prepared for the Kennen flanks. We'll have to see if Array, maybe this time around, versus the Viego, can have an easier job this game of just being more backline, being more DPS, not trying to do squishy engage things, because he did not have too big of an impact in game 3 outside of that huge teleport gank in the bot lane around the first couple minutes there. I think it was around the 5-minute mark he managed to find his way into a spicy bot lane gank. What really I'm excited for is hopefully they'll get a little out of their head. They won't run straight into Fever like they did in game 3. Consistently they found themselves at the wrong place at the wrong time, right with Stubby behind them, knocking on the door and just busting in.
Yeah, they just want the full-on engage, and I'm interested to see how Bucky's pad this game and where their resources are going. I think they have a couple options for themselves, but honestly, into what the likes of Fever have drafted, it's not particularly easy. You do have the Leona for engage in bot lane. I don't think Macro Beast has enough to kill an out like Tristana outright. She just jumps away and stays safe. Aatrox in a Kennen, he probably just gets to walk away as long as he doesn't get hit by the chains. In mid lane, you're trying to gank a LeBlanc. That's never a good idea. So not too many gank angles here for Array. I think he's probably just going to be trying to farm up as best as possible. Crabs, hopefully he gets the marks. But targeting to get Crabs isn't going to be particularly easy come these early ganks.
Yeah, and he's going to be relying on the solo lane pressure, I think, as well as the bot lane pressure, which Fever really excel at not giving that room for Bucky's at all to make those plays happen. Especially we saw Stubby on the Kennen just last game, Necrox, find ways to push Slim Kim in constantly, make that matchup absolutely miserable for the Bucky's top laner in Scruff. We know how he's been all series, not giving Jesus a lot of room to breathe at all.
Yeah, not giving Jesus almost any room to make any plays either is the bigger piece here. Is right now we're getting the Ziggs into mid lane. I would expect that to be where we're headed later on. Actually, I've seen some Samira mid lane, but Macro gonna pilot this one with the Leona. This makes a 2v2 again super volatile in bot lane. I was talking about Ziggs going bot. Don't think that's where we're headed. And Macro Beast back on his Samira. This is one thing that did work out pretty well, but Samira is one of the champions and it's super coin flip, right? Either you're hitting the Inferno trigger on multiple members, everyone is dying, or you just die before you can do enough damage to really impact the team fight at all. I'm not exactly sure, though, if he can do that into a Poppy, into a Kennen. Things get really rough for him, although he did say that last game and he did it regardless. So my eyes are on Macro this time to see if he can really shine and pop off once again.
And we doubted it before, as you mentioned, Necrox. He was listening in, and maybe we can give him some added motivation because we both kind of want a game 5. I feel like that would be so exciting to see. I don't think mid league has ever had a game 5 in playoffs.
What?
That might be wrong, but
Really?
I don't think so. At least not last season. So I'm really excited to see that these teams are a lot closer. I think this is the closest season we've had. Anything I think can really happen. Yes, CB Rush are favorites, but the rest of the competition really close and even have taken games off of CB Rush. So I'm so It's really great. I'm thriving right now. I'm super hype. Game 4 between Fever and Bucky's. Necrox, who are you favoring based on the draft?
I kind of want to see a game 5, so I'm going to do the classic. You think I would say Bucky's, but Caster Curse is
Ah,
real, and it always is. I'm going Fever, baby. We're going to
all
game 5.
in.
Fever, their composition is so good. There's no way they lose. Caster Curse, I'm sure, will come true. But in all honesty, if you want sincere analysis, I honestly really like what Fever have drafted. It's a lot of agency,
Yep.
a lot of counter
Yep.
picks, a lot of things they can play pretty well. But
Absolutely.
the full-on 5v5 from the side of Bucky's is really good. The Aatrox is menacing frontline, back range damage from the Kindred and Ziggs, Samira spinning around, causing all sorts of issues. So I'm pretty stunned up on this one 50-50. 5v5s, I think, probably Bucky's. They've been going their way all night when they're actually
Yeah.
meeting together at the right spots. But Caster
You're
Curse,
right.
I can't put
You're
it
right.
either way, honestly. I think game 4 is going to be as close as ever.
I am so excited for this match, Necrox. If you couldn't tell, Jesus on the Ziggs, I think, is the player I'm going to be watching for, particularly to step up and have a big game. Ziggs a super strong champion right now. Jesus a strong, consistent player for Bucky's. He needs to come up. How is he going to respond to Scruff popping off on the Corki? Do want to note, Rice Every Meal 2-0 on Nautilus so far throughout this series. The Nautilus Leona matchup going the way of Nautilus, as I believe he's 3-0 on the series because Eben able to pick up a win on the champion in game 2. Will the Nautilus curse come through it all in the series? We're gonna have to see as the teams are loaded up and ready to hop onto the Rift. Necrox and I gonna hop into a quick break as we get all set up and ready to go. Don't click out of that browser. Game number 4, match point for Fever. Can Bucky's hold on and force us to a game 5? We're gonna find out in just a bit.
Let's go.
Hello, Summoners. Welcome onto the Rift for game number 4 of the potential series-defining match. Fever are sitting on match point as Bucky's are looking to hang on to this series. Joining you on the Rift is none other than the Mac Dewey Necrox duo and getting onto the Rift for game number 4. The compositions once again spicy, and Necrox, I think the team fights are going to be more explosive than ever.
Yeah, and these lanes as well. Dictator picked up the Ignite, and Evil Zara has the Exhaust. So, Exhaust, Ignite, bot lane, Ignite mid lane. Love to see it. Aggression all over the place. These two teams know that win lane can thoroughly win you the game. And so can Stubby's Cannon, by the way, just outright, in case anyone was wondering. That last team fight that determined the game ended up getting Drakes and Barons. That's all Stubby coming in huge on this Cannon. Left up for him, and he has taken it again. So we'll see if they try any shenanigans trying to dive him in this early game, as Array is headed up there towards him as he's getting a bot side leash. Your Mad Cute will be headed the other direction. The mark, though, is the biggest question. Where does it spawn, and does Array win the coin toss?
And the teams wanting to play safe, Necrox, no jungle wards into the enemy jungle for either squad. They're operating a little blind, but we've seen both of these teams manage to find vision in the jungle as the laning phase kind of progresses. But watch this potential cheese. Rice Every Meal gonna land the hook, and that's gonna be a lot of damage going on to Macro Beast. Not how Bucky's wanted to start off their bot lane.
They lose their Exhaust as well. That's a huge cooldown. The reason you take that is because Tristana is a very all-in oriented champion, and Exhaust is super good against that style. So without an Exhaust, if Zara and Rice hit level 2 early, they are going to have to back away. Please run away, Macro and Eben. This is level 2 here. Right now, Rice is going to find the hook. No, he whiffs. Unlucky.
Rice Every Meal, not one Necrox to miss that hook very often. Look at the You're Mad Cute level 2 gank once again. Ooh. He is finding his groove in the series.
Yeah, finding his groove, finding his way into the mid lane, burning flash as well. So Fever, really aggressive stuff here in the early stages, getting involved all over the place. Only 2 camps to Your Mad Cute. taking his red. Raptors transition gank. Now he's onto his bot side. But Rice and Zara are shoved out here, so will not really have an opportunity to gank. Instead, should just go back to clearing, waiting for those the Scuttle to spawn until we learn if Array is going to get his mark on top side. But we've already seen Kindred once this series, and I'll say it was less than impressive. Hoping Array can break that streak.
Yeah, absolutely. Or it was your mad cute on the Kindred in game 2. But I mean, Kindred not having a good series as a whole. Once again, going into a dive composition and into the slicing maelstrom, hoping to weather the storm in the Kindred lottery. While Array not winning either. The lotto numbers, excuse me, not really on the side of Kindreds for this series, Crocs.
Yeah, neither is that Scuttle Crab because it doesn't win out on the mark there. We'll be able to take away Krugs. Pretty smart here from Array to do efficient backwards pathing into the Krugs first and then go back to the Crab. There's no way that your mad cute could walk all the way from bot side Crab all the way up, but he will take away Raptors for it. So good stuff here from both these junglers, really flexing their prowess in their ability to counter jungle. Evils are in Rice. Meanwhile, moving up into mid lane. This could be a 4-man effort. Array is nearby. Rice tucking himself out of vision, but this is 4 members waiting to dive onto a flashless Ziggs.
He's gonna have to pray to God for this one. The engage coming in, and that's gonna be first blood going over to Fever. 4-man bot lane, not today. 4-man mid.
Good lord, the question mark pings that have to be coming into Jesus' head right now. It was 1v1 and all of a sudden there's 3 members flashing on top of you. Like, what in the world? He just gets annihilated in mid lane and Fever make their move. This is what I was talking about right after game 3 ended. Fever want to keep up this pressure. They want to keep on top because they're the ones with momentum, and they turn that momentum into first blood.
And Necrox, Evil Zara makes his way back into the bot lane. Bucky's were not ready for that play. He's going to be just fine picking up all the CS under the turret. Huge advantage for Fever early on.
Massive stuff there. Getting first blood on your AD carry will feel real good. They only burn 2 flashes, so yeah, you're going to lose out on a little bit of engage potential if they do want to fight over this dragon, which looks like they will not. Zara will decide to base, give this one up, and Array will claim it. So first strike, good stuff here from the Bucky's jungler, understanding that tempo is at least in his favor. This is going to pull your mad cute back, but in 2v1, SimKim should not look to pursue any further. First strike secured to Bucky's.
And we see the Kindred mark popping up around that Gromp. Array, not a single stack. Oh, he does have 1 stack. Good for Array. You keep going, buddy. He's gonna be feeling not too bad on the Kindred, but is sure sorry about that Scuttle. Fever fine giving away the dragon for their monster reset on Evil Zara and Rice, picking up the Noon Quiver Bramble Vest combo for the bot lane. Although Macro Beast has that exhaust back up, it's a huge bot side favor for Fever right now.
I love to see that from Rice, honestly. Again, we've talked about how Stubby, Rice, Your Mad Cute, all these players will play for their team instead of for their lane. That is exactly what he's doing right now with his Bramble. He is going to deny so much healing to this Samira early on. And speaking of healing on a Samira, they're going in.
Macro Beast trying to stay alive. Exhaust flash used from Macro Beast. Flashes all over the place coming out here. Ebon able to run away from the gank. It goes a little awry, but both flashes out of the Bucky's bot lane. Necrox, I see that as an absolute win. Fever keeping their foot on the gas pedal.
Yeah, arms spread wide, and I see that as a W for Fever. They get 2 flashes, basically for nothing. They drop the exhaust there. That's not really important at all, at least when you have the Bramble Vest as well to deny some of that extra healing. So, good stuff there from Fever. Array was thinking about returning an angle here, but I'm not sure you want this one. Would have to really lock down Zara, and without level 6 on Leona, is pretty hard to do that as he continues up farming his Krugs. The biggest difference, honestly, in this game so far has been the junglers pathing and where they've headed. But Dictator Scruff looking to change that narrative. He is CSing incredibly well on a champion that is not easy to CS on at all.
Doesn't need the lane matchup advantage for him to find the farm, keeping up some massive numbers. He's been held to the fever standard, Necrox, and he is thriving right now in playoffs, hoping to have a big game here on the LeBlanc. Dragon not spawning for another 2.5 minutes as Bucky's hoping to maybe slow this game down. We'll have to see if Fevers can keep up the pressure.
Yeah, and honestly, these top laners may want a blanket and a pillow as well, because this is so sleep up here between these two. Neither of them have even based or used teleport the entire game. It is just a straight up 1v1. It's 1 CS differential. Stubby evens that up, so it's literally 0 CS. Okay, now Stubby takes advantage. Whatever. Finally, Stubby's thinking about recalling. He won't, but yeah, both these top laners just on their lonesome. As this is sort of what I expected. Junglers trying to play around bot side, make sure each bot lane can shove in respectively. But Zara and Rice thoroughly having the benefit of your Mad Cute and his presence so far. Trying to wrap around here, away from some vision. Will instead walk back out. Here comes the engage. Zara just jumps away.
Oh, Macro Beast getting real low. Zara flashing under the turret. Rice every meal gonna be able to finish up that kill. You're Mad Cute. Don't even worry about coming in the bot lane. Rice and Evil Zara are handling business, but let's look at Array. Can he make a play happen? Rice every meal gonna get taken down. Oh my eyes!
The Bramble Vest, I think, is what killed him, to be honest. He does damage, and he wasn't expecting it. Hop away from Zara and should be just fine. Top side, back to skirmishing. I didn't expect that to turn into a kill. I didn't realize Zara had stacked up the bomb so much onto Macro and didn't use the exhaust, and he pays for it with his life. That's a critical error from the Samira. Playing this champion at a deficit, man, let me tell you, it is not easy at all. And Macro gonna pay for it. Now Zara in trouble, walks away. Evan doesn't find it.
The sidestep, there's a reason Evil Zara led the league in least deaths. Necrox showing us that he's got his blue suede shoes on for the quarterfinals matchup, but is this gonna be another dragon given over to Bucky's?
Yeah, tempo is in their favor. Zara has to reset because of all of that gold he's just earned. Really wants to get that back into some items so you actually have some use. TP in mid lane from Jesus as well, so it looks like Bucky's are setting up for a fight here. Still no top laner bases. They still both have teleport. This could be massive. Stubby has Slicing Maelstrom, has not completed his call, so the buy will be a little bit better for Slim Kim. This one I think is just gone. I don't think there's a fight to be had, but it looks like Fever won it regardless.
Ray is gonna smite and take his way out. Mega Inferno Bomb gonna come in. Your Mad Q getting real low. It's the Inferno trigger! Macro Beast popping off, but he's unable to finish off Rice or Evil Zara. It's the Slicey Maelstrom once again. Stubby has found 3, but the Lamb's Respite. Array is keeping everybody alive, and Stubby's taken down. Slim Kim comes in. Bucky's Stratosphere always finding the fight. Scruff manages to trade back here, Necrox. It's a double kill for the LeBlanc. 4 for 2 overall. Bucky's get the dragon and all the kills.
Oh my goodness, that fight was so close. Everyone wanted a piece of it, but in the end, I think Fever just barely falls short of having a win there, plus the dragon going the way of Bucky's. And that is really, really rough. Here we are, going to show how close exactly this fight was. It's a game of milliseconds. Drake started just before Fever could get in. Watch this. They try to get the jungler away with the Keeper's Verdict. Gets him out at the last second, but it's already secured. Big bomb across everyone. They get Eben, but it doesn't matter. Exhaust in time so Zara can survive. But here comes Stubby. But guess what he has to deal with? It's the Lamb's Respite. We talked about it in draft. We talked about how rough it is for a Kennen, and he pays for it there. Really bad for Fever in the end. They're looking for a play topside into Slim. They have the tackle back.
Slim Kim is going to be caught out of position here, but is able to retreat under the turret. Necrox, one of the big winners of the river skirmish around that second Drake, now sitting at 2-0-1. Gore Drinker online. Rift Herald has spawned. Array caught out, though. The damage from Scruff. Array gets deleted, and the Dictator's on a rampage.
Dictator in and out like Houdini. The man just makes Array disappear. And 0-2-3 now is this Kindred. No way to escape from the chains. And someone call an ambulance because that guy is hurting after Dictator shows up. And that means Rift Herald for Fever. We still have a little bit of time for the plates to drop, about 50 seconds or so until those go down. So if your Mad Cute can hurry up and frantically put this in a lane, might actually get some extra gold for it, and that would be really big for Fever. Nice cash influx before next skirmish.
8 stacks on the Darksteel, feeling good. Jesus trying to play around the distortion, but Scruff is a-okay with that. Is able to just stay right in front of the Ziggs. But Jesus trading back. Rift Herald going to be dropped here. You're Mad Cute wanting to funnel a whole turret plating gold, maybe 3 plates here. Ooh, they're going to split it between Scruff and Zara. They're going to be looking for this turret. Stubby is in the area. The explosive charge dishing out some damage on the way out. Fever trying to extend their gold lead just a little bit, but Slim Kim answering back in the top lane, Necrox.
Yeah, he's just pushing away. Stubby had to rotate down to make sure his team could do what they needed in mid, so he'll lose out a little bit. Now, really far down in farm, to be honest, for such a minimal rotation. Maybe that fight didn't let him get back up to top side as soon as he would like, but regardless, it's Stubby's cannon. About to complete the call as well. There it goes, last minion in, so he just got a nice influx for himself. Dictator 4-0. Zara has a kill. Even Rice picking up one on the back end there as he's finally building his way towards a mythic. And all the components are in for Fever's composition. You have mythics for your 2 carries. Stubby should be able to complete his on his base. Same with your Mad Cute after he finishes this topside jungle. On the other end, Bucky's close, but not quite. I think Array is actually going to go Phantom Dancer first item. Jesus taking a long route to his with this defensive itemization with a Verdant Barrier. So interesting stuff here all across the board from Bucky. He's really taking their items slowly and really interesting builds all around.
That's going to be the depth charge coming out. Look at Scruff, the magician at work once again, snapping his fingers like Thanos, and Array is deleted off of the map.
Okay, Array, I guess your jungle and 3 feet out of your base doesn't belong to you because it's Rice's home and territory now. That was not expected at all. Rice just finds the angle and they blow Array up. Not worth the Lamb's Respite there with Drake up so soon. Should be able to get back to it in time if they want, but the priority is certainly going to be Fever's. Rice taking a little bit here on the back end, but it's all about vision control. Zara shoving in bot, the rest of the team shoving in mid, hopping forward onto macro, but he gets his bomb interrupted, and the fight breaking out other side.
Here's the raid boss. Here's the potential world ender. He's looking to try to stave off the engage for now. Necrox Stubby without teleport in the top lane, looking to recall now. Rice is going to get a back off as well. Is this going to be Bucky's going to Soul Point? I think so.
Bucky's have this all in stone. There's nothing Fever can do, and with a little bit of poke, with a little bit of aggression, they find an easy play. Slim Kim looking for the kill, shouldn't be able to get it, but oh my gosh, the damage.
Stubby now finding the teleport play. Here he comes. The lightning storm not going to connect just yet. That's going to be Slim Kim getting taken down, but a huge explosion. Jesus from downtown. Look at Stubby though, Necrox. He has flash. The Lamb's Respite is going to be used before those Stubby
He's waiting.
But is this going to be in his opportunity? No, it's Bucky's taking one after another, and they pick up the dragon, and they pick up 3 kills.
Stubby never pulls the trigger. Stubby critically never found an angle in. His pathing may have been a little bit interrupted there as he was trying to decide, do I go in, do I commit flash ulti? Maybe again gets Kindred ultied and we fail once again. But hesitation like that costs you games. You cannot question.
Here it is. Stubby has arrived, but there's the Inferno. Bucky's. That's a 1-for-1 trade they're going to take.
This is so awkward. At least they get the TP from Slim Kim. I think we're going to get another look at that fight, but man, really rough stuff from Fever. They try to make the call, it flops. Then they decide we got to go again. They lose the shutdown on their mid laner, and the gold now is thoroughly going to be right back in Bucky's favor. I mean, may not be a huge deficit, but it was massive for Fever before this. And here's the fight. Array just taking away jungle, taking away blue, passing this one over. And they just go for this 2v4 effort. See the recall, maybe? I don't even think they had vision. Dictator's just face checking, and they pull the trigger right back, and this bounty is gone before you even know it. Array gets taken out, but Stubby just can't do enough with the exhaust, and 1 for nothing, or 1 for 1 plus a bounty is not going to be Fever's fight to have.
And importantly, Necrox, that's going to be Scruff losing quite a bit of stacks on his Medjai, 7-0 before that death. Jesus, though, no place in this mid lane. That's double chains coming out, looking to finish him off. Distortion, going to be flashed away. Jesus able to survive, going to throw out the bomb as well. The Ziggs slowly but surely, Necrox, scaling up into this game. Jesus looking to have the big Ziggs game we were hoping he would.
Someone called record label because it's 2 chains in mid lane. Stubby walk away from Slim Kim once again. I appreciate you like my humor there. I've been waiting on that one for a while. I really like but we'll keep that one in the back pocket for another rainy day. Meanwhile, Fever just want to siege this mid lane. Honestly, not sure that you can do that with all the engaged potential Leona Samira offer. Plus, with Slim Kim having priority on top side, could always move quicker than Stubby could. So you need to be careful about sieging this one up. 2 minutes left on Drake, and I'm looking at item breakpoints when we come up. Eva Zara almost to his Phantom Dancer, about just over 1,000 gold away from that one. You have Macro working on his second item as well. Array picking up that PD, maybe work on the Sunder actually with the Phage. We'll see where that one goes, but really important now for Fever to set up. You don't want to have to walk into a Kindred and Ziggs. They will not let you enter it without taking heavy punishment, and Fever are doing exactly that. They're grabbing themselves priority.
Only a minute and 20 before the potential Mountain Soul. Bucky, Stratosphere looking to cement themselves in this game with the rock-solid Mountain Soul would be absolutely huge for them. Recalls coming out. It's going to be hopefully big purchases for the side of Fever getting ready for this next Drake. Warden up. Stopwatch purchased for Scruff. Let's see what Stubby is able to get on this back as well. But importantly, Necrox, no teleport.
Yeah, no TP for Stubby, no TP for Slim Kim. Mid lane, Jesus does have it, so he could go topside, honestly. I think this is a little bit of a macro misdecision from Bucky's, but regardless, Slim Kim should be able to push this one in time. Stubby's going to be very, very late to this. I don't know why he's headed topside. Okay, maybe he's changed his mind, taking a little bit of an awkward path. He's headed straight back up there. 25 seconds, no TP. It's teleport. I don't think I can get a read on the cooldown. But it's just not quick enough, maybe. But regardless, you're going to lose priority. So it's not worth, in my opinion, for a wave. Instead, you have to watch cooldowns now. Watch a Lamp Dress Pit. Watch Stubby creative angles again. Doesn't have his flash this time, but does have a stopwatch. And keep an eye always on Macro Beast in these fights. Drake entering the pit now.
Teleport just about to be online. Stubby has it available. He's in the mid lane making his way in. Bucky's going for the downward flank. Look at the position for Jesus. I think this is somewhat ideal for the Ziggs. Completely safe. Scruff with the rest of the team. Possibly looking for a double distortion in Necrox.
Maybe looking to chunk someone out here. Rice sitting over the wall. Stubby has a nice flank angle. There's a ward. If he can clear that, his flash is up soon. Zara has taken way too much damage now. This could be bad. They're looking for Array.
He's going to wrap his way around the wall. That's a big cooldown down for the side of Fever. This is on a knife's edge. A huge engage from Ebon. The bomb coming in. This fight's exploding for Bucky. Stubby looking for a wing in. Macro Beast, he's in the back line. He's caught out. Fever have got 2 picks. Necrox, this is their fight to win. Slim Kim looking for a flank, but can't find it. Array is still alive. Ultimate available. Jesus with the poke. He's bombing away. The artillery is there. Look at the low health bars. Array looking to dash in. The wolf is angry, and they're focusing down the objective. Stubby taken real low. Bucky's navigating this fight. They're making it work. Scruff with the huge damage. the Rams respite, get back in. Slim Kim not saved, but Jesus has got a kill. Array now trying to focus this one down. Your Mad Cute is going to be able to smite it away. Yes, he gets the steal. Fever stops the Mountain Soul stacking, and the steal of a lifetime for Cute comes through.
Oh my gosh, how did he get that one away? A hero effort from your Mad Cute keeps Fever in this game. Deny Soul. Scruff is on the run as well. He should be able to get out. Even if he dies, it doesn't matter. They're going to find him, but who cares? Shut down to Samir, that's important. But look at this fight. Slim Kim loses his ulti. The Keeper's Verdict kicked him out. He loses the World Ender. Drake resets Rice low, Stubby low, Zara low. They're way too low to actually full on fight, but Dictator steps up, finds his angle, takes his moment, pops the ignite so he gets no healing back, and Slim Kim cannot survive. Chain over the wall, and Aatrox down. Then the Lamb's Respite comes through a little bit too late, but a heroic effort to steal away Drake. But we're straight back to live because we're on the Baron.
Bucky's doing their Dignitas impression, not like this again. Necrox, are they gonna be able to rush this one down? They're trying to focus the objective. A huge Keeper's is gonna separate the team. Array, there's no Lamb's Respite to save you. You can't stop Stubby as he finds the engage. Inferno Trigger isn't gonna come through. Macro Beast, this is your time to shine. He's got a double kill. Bucky's are turning it around Baron.
Dictator's alive. He can come back and assist the fight, but I don't think anyone can finish this one off, so we'll have to peel away. But a Keeper's Verdict again from your Mad Cute. This guy does not miss. Dictator fishing for something. But oh my goodness, these fights are on a knife's edge. And in game 4, Bucky's barely keeping themselves alive, but Fever cannot be happy with what's going on in this game right now. These fights are too close for comfort. Stubby, huge flank angle once again. Huge Keeper's Verdict, and Zara barely surviving. These fights are decided in milliseconds, and these players have got to be sweating. They've got to be nervous. But if you're Bucky's, it's do or die, and they're putting everything on the line. A dicey call around Baron, but somehow it's enough
a look at this replay. Necrox, guide us through what happened.
Keeper's Verdict starts it off here for your Mad Cute. Huge cooldown, but he gets 2. That means Array is a free target. Bombed is a little bit, but it only finds Stubby. Live fight could be breaking out, but instead they just walk away. Array goes low, but the end of that fight is honestly just Macro cleaning up a little bit. The tackle didn't push him into the wall. Hello, Dictator? Oh, goodbye.
Array just can't even enjoy his own jungle. Scruff, the assassin in the shadows, always finding, honestly, the Kindred's mark. Ooh. Funny enough, Necrox, I feel like we have a superpower with our replays. It seems whenever we want to show one, we cause another fight to happen. Very interesting.
Let's do it.
Let's do it again. Let's see how it works. 8 stacks on the Medjai's now. Scruff looking to add some more books to his collection.
Wow.
And Jesus just too scared, Necrox. Instant flash.
That is a respect flash, if I've ever seen it from Jesus. He even has a verdant barrier, and the man still doesn't trust himself not to get one shot by the LeBlanc. So
he's got
really respectful there from Jesus.
Stacks.
Just a flash. And he's got a stopwatch in case the team arrives. So man won't die. Exhaust used. That's a huge Zenith Blade.
He's going in deep. Stopwatch to try to buy time. It's both top laners coming in for the fight. Scruff is taken down. Slim Kim's in the middle of everyone, but Stubby is going to slice through Slim Kim to pick up a quick kill. It's a 3v3 now in the bot lane as the Zenith Blade connects. And Rice Every Meal is taken down. Necrox, we have a minute before the next dragon.
30 seconds on mid lane and support here. 30 seconds on Slim Kim. So it's just fighting for fighting's sake, to be honest. They were just looking at Dictator. Huge engage from Eben. That Zenith Blade is game winning, but they're not willing to give it up. Array over the wall.
He's going to use the Lamb's Respite. Keeper's Verdict interrupted. Your Mad Q almost take it down. It's a 1-for-1 trade, and the Inferno is triggered. Evil Zara stunned up. Stubby trying to throw a shuriken over the wall. Necrox, both junglers taken down before the critical soul potential dragon for Bucky's.
Okay, both junglers dead, which means no one can really start this one up. Keep an eye on cooldowns as we head towards this Drake. Lamb's Respite has been saving Bucky's tail end this entire game. Their jungler's dead and their cooldown isn't available. That is massive. Macro Beast, though, doesn't care about cooldowns. He is a Samira. He will spin to win if he gets the chance. Eben, barely not dead yet, but they want her.
Solar Flare misses. Macro Beast looking for the flank. Jesus is in the back line. It's a 4v4. Necrox Inferno Trigger potentially at the ready. He's looking good. Macro Beast is dominating in game 4. Bucky's, they're back up against the wall, are looking at Mountain Soul, but they want to wait for their jungler.
Supports are basing, so dead Rice, but a based Eben means still no one is willing to start this one up. Maybe. Do they decide now? Finally.
Over? It's Mountain Soul! Hello?
They're going for it, and Fever don't feel confident without Rice to actually lock down any member, so Mountain Soul given away by Fever, and the call is to give. They aren't on the same page. Rice tries to flash hook engage, and Dictator runs out of cooldowns before he can support his support, if you will, and that is a massive miscalculation from Fever there. Because if you can't find the kill, they're gonna turn it around, and that is the biggest price of all. Mountain Soul, a permanent buff to Bucky's Stratosphere in game 4. It is do or die. It is sink or swim for this team, and they refuse to give up. Topside turret finally dies, so they'll get a little bit of extra cash. Baron still online. Elder online in 5. But it is Fever swarming this topside, setting up vision control for the biggest objective of this series so far.
They rolled the lottery here, and they won big. Bucky's Stratosphere getting the perfect dragon against this Fever composition. Helps against the massive burst that Scruff and Stubby are providing to the Fever team. And they get some breathing room. They get some room to kind of work with. Some room for error, if you will. And Array gets to more comfortably step up Bucky's. Are they going to get caught, though, playing too aggressive?
Ray hopping back over the wall, clearing that ward now. Now back over to safety. Love to see it. Fancy feet there. Now going back over for damage on the Dictator. And Kindred is starting to become an issue. Look at the build. It's Sunderer, Phantom Dancer, Hex Drinker, plus an extra bit of magic resist with an Egatron. Things are getting rough here for Fever. They're going to lose their mid-tier 1. That is their second tier 1 to drop. Now, I think Bucky's probably just want to rotate on over to this bot side. Could just tank it up and kill it. But instead, they will hang around in this jungle, playing around Fog of War. Dictator smartly decides to go in with W instead of just walking face first. So he will check that one. And now it's all about vision and objective control. Zora has to hop away from the threat of this engage. Maybe a flank angle over the wall. They're looking for the fight.
Huge bomb into the backline. Stubby looking for the engage. He's going to pop the Storm Lamb's Respite used just in case. Look at Eben absolutely taking the front line, but he's going to get taken down. 4 members of Bucky's still alive. Necrox. Fever get 1.
4 ultis as well. Maybe if you count Macro Beast, I don't think he pressed R that once, but 4 ultis down regardless. Fever still have their bomb. They still have Zara to peel himself. He's low. But even at a numbers advantage, Fever don't feel comfortable. Mountain Soul is just impenetrable. At this point, they have almost 0 penetration. They have Void Staff on Dictator, who does a lot of damage to Slim Kim, by the way, without his World Ender online. Has a little bit of magic resist as well, but things are Bucky's now. They want to control this map, and they drop the tier 2 for it, which is going to allow them a little bit of creative pathing in and out of these objectives, setting up really deep vision control, maybe a flank ward for Slim Kim as well. But man, oh man, Fever need to find an angle, a pocket of vision that they can play around. Stubby with a big slicing maelstrom. The Lamb's Respite, once again, just keeps everyone alive. He's lucky to escape and lucky to get Eben on the back end, who maybe went a little too far without support of the team. But Fever need to control these objectives. Baron still up. Elder 2 minutes away.
What a roller coaster this series has been, Necrox. Bucky's, after being down in the early game, down in the series, find their composure, find the objective control. Array having a huge game on the Kindred, picking up the Mountain Soul, giving them the position they need to try to win. Fever trying to come up with a sneaky play. Not a lot of vision here on the top side of the map for Bucky. Slim Kim has to be careful. He doesn't know what's waiting for him in the brush. Scruff is going to hop over.
Oh my gosh.
The chains connect. The smart flash away.
Yeah, has to flash from the threat of this LeBlanc, and that's gonna be they want Baron. This is so interesting. You're absolutely right, Mac Dewey. Array's on bot side. What is he doing? This is a game-losing play. You cannot have your jungler bot side. He's now sprinting up. Baron at 5k. It's gonna be a fight for sure.
Oh my gosh! The bomb coming in from Jesus. Keeper's Verdict going to miss. The fight coming through. Slim Kim coming in. Stubby trying to dish out the damage. Dictator Scruff into the back line. The Macro Beast Necrox, he's still alive. Slim Kim taking up everybody. And Bucky's Stratosphere are winning the fight. They get the shutdown. They find 3 kills only for the price of 1. And they're going to be turning on Baron.
Bucky's won the top side 5v4 without their jungle. How do they do it? Your Mad Cute would have to be a hero. Flash in!
The Lamb's dress
my God.
He's gonna keep everybody alive. Is it gonna be a 50-50 smite? Nope. Array takes him down. Macro Beast coming up big. Baron secured. 1,000 gold in the pocket of Array, and Bucky's Stratosphere are staying alive in the series.
They forgot about the Land's Respite, and Your Mad Cute tried the heroics again, but they falter at the finest hour. Fever will not hold on. Maybe there's a base defense here to be had. Stubby's up in 2 seconds, but Inhibitor is surely an afterthought. Dictator on the run. Array gonna get rooted up. Inhibitor down, and the respawns will come in time. But with Mountain Soul, with Baron, and now with Bucky's headed to Elder, Fever need a miracle to get even into this pit and to be able to steal it away. This should be game wrapped up. It's Jesus TPing in, and Fever are gonna have to watch this Elder fall.
The 5th dragon. Fever just have to watch go over to the side of Bucky's. Their objective control exquisite. Their fight macro and micro decisions. Necrox, they're making it work here. Jesus, 2-1 and 11 on the Ziggs. The backup artillery, they needed to come back on top. Let's take another look at this Baron fight.
All right, hopefully we get enough time to look at this one, because I'm pretty sure Bucky's are going to try to force a fight with his Elder, but it's a smart call from Fever, to be honest. Look at Array. He's 4 freaking country miles away from this. The bomb to start things off. Zara doesn't dodge out. Keeper's Verdict doesn't land. Depth Charge doesn't do enough. Exhaust into Macro, sure, but he's not even spinning yet. Stubby's by himself. Zara's not doing any damage to any critical target. They get Slim Kim, but it doesn't matter. The rest of the fight was lost, and Bucky's win a 5v4. That is massive from this team, and now it's time to end the game with double legendary buffs plus soul. Bucky's looking to push this one to game 5.
They've got super minions making their way downtown. The group of 5 all shielded up and ready to go. Macro Beast says, nope, I don't think so. I ain't got the time for your Keeper's Verdict. Jesus, somewhat afraid to step up, doesn't want to get bursted out. Look at the bouncing bomb damage, a huge solar flare. Evan has the backline access he's wanted. Stubby's gonna try to make this fight work. Macro Beast goes legendary before he gets taken down. Necrox, 2 members of Fever down, 3 members of Fever down. Make that 2 Nexus turrets, 4 games total, 2 games apiece. We're headed to game 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you like League of Legends? Do you like excellency? This game 5 is on the menu. And Fever, with 1 mistake, with 1 team fight, with 1 opportunity to pull off a Baron, can't get it. And Bucky's take the game for it. Game 4, they needed to pull it off, and what a better way to do it. Macro Beast on his Samira, Array on the Kindred of all things. And what a performance it is to hold on after such a rough early game. Man, I'm gonna need some Advil because we're going late into the evening. My brain is throbbing, but these teams, man, are back and forth, Mac.
Mid-league, Are you not entertained? Bucky's Stratosphere and Fever giving us the series of a lifetime. They're going to be taking a quick breath, getting themselves ready for game number 5. Necrox and I going to hop and take a quick break
Let's
as
go.
well. Don't click out of that browser. Draft going to be starting in just a little bit.
Game 5, baby.